Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. आज है 28 अगस्त and we are going to cover all the important questions for the day. And to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. आप हमें Instagram पे भी follow कर सकते हैं by writing the channel's name The Students Point. And if you are finding these videos useful, don't forget to like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. And also press the bell icon to receive the notification of all the latest updates at the earliest. And it not takes just more than 4 hours to produce one such videos every day, but it takes and I give heart and soul to produce this series for you. That is why your likes and share of the video matters a lot. Your like and share to the video makes it worth doing, and it also supports in the growth of the channel, and each interaction matters. Don't think that if you are not liking, others will like. Each interactions matter for the growth of the channel. So let's begin. But first we will see a question and everyone has to try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, which state has topped Export Preparedness Index 2020 among landlocked states? These are the options. The question is, Export Preparedness Index 2020 में लैंडलॉक्ड कैटेगरीज में या वो स्टेट्स जो कोस्टल स्टेट्स नहीं हैं, जो लैंडलॉक्ड हैं, उनमें कौन सा स्टेट शीर्ष पायदान पर है? ये ऑप्शंस हैं. रीड द ऑप्शन केयरफुली एंड देन आंसर. लेट्स बिगिन नाउ. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रीय बाल पुरस्कार विच वॉज रिसेंटली इन न्यूज़ इज गिवन इन हाउ मेनी कैटेगरीज? प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रीय बाल पुरस्कार कितने प्रकार में या कितने कैटेगरीज में दिए जाते हैं? तो ये 2 कैटेगरीज में दिए जाते हैं. सो हियर बी इज़ द राइट आंसर. रिसेंटली मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ वुमेन एंड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट हैज़ इन्वाइटेड नॉमिनेशंस फॉर प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रीय बाल पुरस्कार 2021 from children, individuals and institutions. This award is given in 2 categories. These 2 categories are Bal Shakti Puraskar and Bal Kalyan Puraskar. Let's have a brief about Bal Shakti Puraskar. Bal Shakti Puraskar recognize करता है exceptional achievements बच्चों का in the fields of innovation, scholastic achievements, social service, arts, culture, sports and bravery, बहादुरी में. कौन कौन से बच्चे इस अवार्ड के लिए एलिजिबल हैं? वो बच्चे हु इज़ एन इंडियन सिटीजन, एंड नॉट ओनली देयर शुड बी इंडियन सिटीजन बट दिस शुड ऑल्सो बी रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, एंड दे शुड बी बिटवीन द एज ऑफ 5 to 18 years. देन ओनली देयर कंट्रीब्यूशन टुवर्ड्स एनी सच फील्ड्स विल बी regarded or considered for this award. And this award was instituted in the year of 1996 as National Child Award for Exceptional Achievement. हालांकि नेशनल चाइल्ड अवार्ड फॉर एक्सेप्शनल अचीवमेंट का नाम बदलकर बाल शक्ति पुरस्कार कर दिया गया इन 2018. सो इट्स नेम वॉज चेंज्ड इन 2018 एज बाल शक्ति पुरस्कार. लेट्स हैव ब्रीफ अबाउट बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार. बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार रिकॉग्नाइजेस इंडिविजुअल्स एंड इंस्टीट्यूशंस who have made an outstanding contribution towards service for children in the field of child development, child protection and child welfare. तो ये पुरस्कार उन लोगों को दिया जाता है जिन्होंने चाइल्ड वेलफेयर में कुछ काम किया हो. कौन कौन से चाइल्ड या कौन कौन से इंडिविजुअल इसके लिए एलिजिबल हैं? तो दोज इंडिविजुअल्स हु आर इंडियन सिटीजन रिसाइडिंग इन इंडिया एज वेल एज दे मस्ट हैव अटेन्ड द एज ऑफ 18 years. सो नाउ कंसिडर द डिफरेंस हियर दैट बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार दिया जाता है उन्हें हु हैव ऑलरेडी अचीव्ड 18 years और above age by 31st of August of that respective year. Suppose an individual is being considered to get this award in the year of 2021. Then that individual must have completed his or her 18 years or above by 31st of August 2020. Then only that individual will be considered for this award in 2021. I hope everyone is getting here. And now Bal Shakti Puraskar is given to child between 5 to 18 years. So difference is बाल शक्ति पुरस्कार उन बच्चों को दिया जाता है जिनकी उम्र 5 से 18 साल हो और उन्होंने कोई भी ऐसा कंट्रीब्यूशन इन फील्ड्स में दिया हो. वहीं बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार दिया जाता है उन इंडिविजुअल्स को जो 18 या 18 प्लस हों और उन्होंने ऐसा कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन किया हो, साथ ही वो भारतीय नागरिक हों और भारत में ही वो निवास करते हों. और ये बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार उन्हें दिया जाता है who have worked for the cause of children for not less than 7 years. It was instituted in the year of 1979 as नेशनल चाइल्ड वेलफेयर अवार्ड्स और इसका नाम बदलकर 2018 में कर दिया गया बाल कल्याण पुरस्कार. आई होप aspirants of both Hindi and English are getting it. Next question now. Pulli Kali folk art is held in. So Pulli Kali is basically a folk art और इसे प्ले किया जाता है केरला में. सो यह सी इज द राइट आंसर. यहाँ पे पुल्ली मतलब लियोपार्ड और टाइगर, कली मीन्स फोक आर्ट इन केरला और इन मलयालम. पुल्ली कली इज अ रिक्रिएशनल स्ट्रीट फोक आर्ट परफॉर्म्ड ऑन द 4th day of ओनम सेलिब्रेशन. What is Onam celebration? It is a festival celebrated for rice harvest in Kerala. राइस के उपज के लिए इसे सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है केरला में. The folk art is mainly practiced in Thrissur district of Kerala and it is introduced by Maharaja Ramavarma Shakthan Thampuran who was the then Maharaja of Cochin. महाराजा ऑफ कोचिन जो उस टाइम के थे महाराजा रामवर्मा शक्थन थम्पुरन ने इन्हें इस फेस्टिवल को इंट्रोड्यूस किया था. The main theme of this folk art is tiger hunting with participants playing the role of tiger and hunter. तो participants अपने बॉडी को टाइगर और हंटर की तरह पेंट करके इस folk art को प्ले करते हैं. And performers paint their bodies like tigers and hunters and dance on a street to beats of traditional percussion instruments such as thakil, uduku, chenda. And our fellow members who are belonging from the state of Kerala can tell more about this festival in the comment section with some local flavors. And Kalariyapattu, Mohiniyattam, Mudiyettu ये कुछ अन्य फोक आर्ट्स हैं जो वहाँ पे फेमस है. मैं इन्हें दोहराता हूँ फिर से. Kalariyapattu, Mohiniyattam, Mudiyettu. These are also played in Kerala. And Pulli Kalli was recently in news because it has been decided that this year it will be completely online because of COVID-19. And if you wish to join our monthly current affairs test series, then you can join it. We organize test series each month from 15th and afterwards on our website studentspointweb.com. We organize tests to cover all the important topics for that month, including all the related aspects from that topic. The topic cover includes topics for subjects like polity, economy, international news, science and technology, environment, history and culture, and small topics like questions on awards, indices, personalities, sports are covered in miscellaneous. The purpose of this test series is to help you in comprehensive preparation for your examination, and this helps you to prepare not only for current affairs portions but also for your general studies, as we try to provide a thorough explanation on each and every topic and the related topics as well. And there are 3 plans for which you can subscribe to. The first one is for 1 month, which costs ₹79. The second one is for 3 months, which costs ₹219. The last plan is for 6 months, which is ₹420. And after subscribing, you have to send your confirmation mail at pointstudent2020. I repeat, pointstudent2020@gmail.com. Send your confirmation at that email. And you can subscribe by pressing the link which I will provide in the comment section as well as in the description box. Tap on the link and subscribe to your plan. Next question now. Who has become world's fastest human calculator? So it is Neelkant Bhanu Prakash. Here A is the right answer. He is a 21-year-old Hyderabad boy. He has become world's fastest human calculator after winning first gold for India in Mental Calculation World Championship at Mind Sports Olympiad, which was organized in London. So here no need to explain in Hindi. It is quite easy. Next question now. Consider the following statements about phishing. See, phishing is a category of fraud. Let's see what is it in detail. It is a cybercrime in which a target or targets are contacted by email, telephone or text message. This is correct. Someone will contact you via mail, telephone or text, and they will pose themselves as to be a legitimate institution, like they will say that they belong to this bank or that bank, and they will lure individuals into providing them sensitive data. So here both of these statements are correct. C is the right answer. It was in news because recently Haryana police has identified phishing racket which accessed over 300 nationalized and private bank accounts across many states, and fraud were done using phishing and use of eSIMs as the main conduit. What is eSIMs? See, eSIMs is the subscriber identification model embedded in the phone. How it is different from physical SIM? eSIM cannot be removed as opposed to physical SIMs. The normal SIMs which we use in our phone is called as physical SIMs. Physical SIMs को हम अपने सिम फोन से निकाल सकते हैं, लेकिन eSIMs cannot be removed. But what is the benefit of using eSIMs? Because multiple networks and multiple numbers can be stored on a single eSIM. That is why frauds use this eSIM, as they used to call with different numbers. And RBI takes several measures to protect users from such frauds, like eBaat. eBaat is Electronic Banking Awareness and Training Program. Then RBI also conducts organized campaigns on safe use of digital payment modes to avoid sharing critical personal information like PIN, OTP, passwords, and others. While in India, CERT-In is the agency which is responsible for cooperation related to all the cyber crimes in the country. Next question now. The recently constituted committee by DRDO to focus on indigenous development of futuristic technology is chaired by. So DRDO ने हाल ही में एक कमेटी का गठन किया है. उस कमेटी का काम होगा कि देश में कैसे फ्यूचर टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को डेवलप किया जा सके, जैसे कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पे. सो दिस कमिटी इज चेयर्ड बाय वी रामगोपाला राव. सो हियर ए इज द राइट आंसर. वी रामगोपाला राव इज द डायरेक्टर ऑफ IIT दिल्ली. दिस कमिटी हैज़ 5 मेंबर्स. तो 4 और मेंबर्स कौन कौन से हैं? दे इंक्लूड एस सोमनाथ, एयर मार्शल संदीप सिंह, डॉक्टर समीर वी कमात एंड बेंजामिन लियोनेल. And the committee has to submit its report within 45 days, and chairman of the committee may co-opt subject specialists as invitees to a specific meetings. DRDO ने पहले भी एक ऐसी कमेटी का गठन किया था. उस कमेटी का नाम है P. Ramarao Committee of 2008. I repeat it once again, very important fact this is, that DRDO constituted earlier one such committee which was called as P. Ramarao Committee of 2008. What was the recommendation of P. Ramarao Committee? P. Ramarao Committee ने ये सजेस्ट किया था कि DRDO should be decentralized, and it should be decentralized into 7 technological clusters, and it should be focused on only core technologies of strategic importance. At present, the problem that DRDO suffers is that DRDO has to work on all sophisticated technologies as well as the smaller and minute technologies as well. So this Ramarao Committee suggested that it should focus only on the core technologies of a strategic importance, not on basic technologies which can be provided to other agencies as well. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Archaeological Survey of India. It is premier organization for archaeological research and protection of culture heritage of the nation. This is correct. And it was founded in the year of 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, who is also known as father of Indian archaeology. This statement is also correct. So remember this year, very important, 1861, and it was founded by Alexander Cunningham, who was father of Indian archaeology. So here C is the right answer. Alexander Cunningham was also the first director of Archaeological Survey of India. This body works under Ministry of Culture. Recently it was in news because Ministry of Culture has announced creation of 7 new circles of Archaeological Survey of India. तो ये सर्कल्स क्या हैं? What is circles? See, इंडिया को several areas में बांट दिया गया है so that better maintenance of archaeological and ancient sites can be taken place. तो earlier इंडिया को 29 such sites में बांटा गया था, 29 such areas में. उन small areas या उन small divisions को circle बोला गया. तो earlier 29 ऐसे circles थे, but now 7 circles have been added to it. So now there are total 36 circles. What are these 7 new circles? Let's see. These are Jabalpur, which has been created in MP, Trichy Circle in Tamil Nadu, Jhansi and Meerut in UP, Uttar Pradesh, Hampi in Karnataka, Raiganj in West Bengal, and Rajkot in Gujarat. And please note one fact, that Hampi was earlier a mini circle, but now it has been upgraded to a full-fledged circle. अब इसको पूरी तरह से full-fledged circle बना दिया गया है. पहले ये एक मिनी सर्कल था. और उन स्टेट्स का भी नाम याद रखें जिनमें ये 7 न्यू सर्कल्स बनाए गए हैं. वो हैं MP, तमिलनाडु, UP, कर्नाटका, वेस्ट बंगाल, गुजरात. एंड UP हैज़ got 2 new circles in Jhansi and Meerut. Next question now, but before that, see the news of this question. Nationally determined contributions, in short called as NDC, Transport Initiative for Asia, have been launched by Niti Aayog. So what is it? Let's see. Consider the following statements about NDC TIA. So NDC TIA is a joint program supported by International Climate Initiative of German Ministry of Environment, Nature Conservation and Nuclear Safety. This statement is correct. And NDC TIA program is to promote a comprehensive approach to decarbonize transport in India, Vietnam and China. This statement is also correct. So it is basically focused on decarbonizing or reducing the emissions of carbon from transport sector in India, Vietnam and China. So here both of the statements are correct. Again, C is the right answer. And it is being implemented by 7 organizations. These are the list of 7 organizations. You can read it once, but the key organizations to remember here is World Resource Institute, in short called as WRI, International Transport Forum, ITF. So here these 2 organizations are important, along with one more, Renewable Energy Policy Network for the 21st Century, in short called as REN21. And in India, this component is being implemented by 6 consortium organizations except for SLOCAT. In India, Niti Aayog is partner in implementing this initiative, and the initiative or the program will run for 4 years. Next question now, which day is observed as Women's Equality Day? So it is August 26th. Why this day is observed as Women's Equality Day? See, इस दिन को primarily US में मनाया जाता है. क्यों? Because on this very day in the year of 1920, women in US got the right to vote. वोट करने का अधिकार मिला औरतों को in US in 1920 in August 26th, and this year marks the 100th anniversary of Women's Equality Day. Women's Equality Day was first marked in the year of 1972. And if you have not liked the video yet, do like it and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question now, which country has recently released a video of detonation of world's most powerful hydrogen bomb? So it is Russia. Russia has done it. And the bomb was called as Tsar bomb. It is believed to be 3,333 times more destructive than the bomb which was used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was called as Little Boy and Fat Man. And hydrogen bomb derives its energy from nuclear fusion reaction. How it is different from atomic bomb? Atomic bomb derive its energy from fission reaction. Please note that atomic bomb is based on fission reaction, while hydrogen bomb is based on fusion reaction. What is the difference between fission and fusion reactions? See, in fission reaction, there is a split of atom into 2. Note, in fission reaction, there is a split of an atom into 2, while in fusion reaction, there is combination of 2 atom into single. So 2 nuclei forms a single atom. So here, this is the difference between fusion and fission. Next question now, which of the following country does not have hydrogen bomb? So it is India. India does not possess hydrogen bomb. It is being possessed by countries like US, Russia, China, France, Britain, and there is lack of clarity over possession of hydrogen bomb to North Korea. However, North Korea has declared that it has already successfully tested hydrogen bomb, but world leaders don't recognize it. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video. Subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.